Hello dear students, welcome to the platform of Teacher Educator. First of all, let me congratulate you for making a choice to be a teacher. I'm sure you all are going to mold, sculpt, in fact touch many lives and create a clan of human citizens. So, let me introduce you to your 2 years journey. 2 years B.Ed program offered by BU, BCU and BNU is spread out in 4 semesters. Each semester includes an assessment of 600 marks, thus making a total of 2,400 marks for 4 semesters. Here, in the semester 1, 600 marks of first semester include an internal assessment of 250 marks and term and examination, that is university examination, of 350 marks. Now, 600 marks of second semester include an internal assessment of 320 marks and external assessment of 280 marks. Similarly, third semester includes 425 marks for internal assessment and 175 marks for university examination, thus making it 600. Finally, 600 marks of semester 4 include 220 marks for internal assessment and 280 marks for term and examination. Moving towards a course framework, let's know the courses or papers which you are going to study for these 2 years. Hardcore courses are the compulsory papers which support the main discipline. So, there are total 12 hardcore courses which are spread out in 4 semesters. Then, you find enhancing professional competency courses, that is EPC papers. These EPC papers support the development of other skills and competencies required to be an efficient teacher. Here you are engaged majorly in the field-based practical activities, so you have 8 EPC papers in the entire B.Ed program. Then you have methodology papers as the soft core courses. Each of you need to choose only 2 soft core courses from the combinations offered by your college. The list of soft core courses can be found in the syllabus provided through a link in the description box. Lastly, there is an optional course which you choose based on the list of electives offered by your college. As I mentioned earlier, all the papers are distributed in all the 4 semesters. This is a semester-wise overview of these papers. In semester 1, you are studying 6 hardcore papers and 2 EPC papers. This is the only semester with highest number of hardcore papers. In semester 2, you are introduced to your specific methodology papers, that is softcore courses. So, in this semester, you will have only 2 hardcore papers, 2 softcore papers and 3 EPC. Right? Among 3 EPCs, one is the pre-internship program. Other 2 being ICT applications and fine arts and theatre. During semester 3, along with 1 hardcore course, 2 softcore courses and 2 EPC papers will be studied. So, the major highlight of B.Ed, that is internship, falls in the 3rd semester under one of the EPCs. I hope it is clear to you. Then, lastly, in the 4th semester, you will be studying 3 hardcore courses, 1 EPC and 1 optional paper. This is the semester overview. It's all what is discussed so far. I will just quickly go through it. Total 4 semesters, each semester including equal number of credits and duration. Credit is a unit of academic experiences measured in terms of study hours. It may include the number of study hours for a specific period of time, which may cover classroom learning hours, projects and assignment engagements, seminar, community-based activities, etc. Then, these are the marks of theory and EPC papers which are already discussed in the previous slides. In conclusion, total credits are 96 for 400 days. 1550 theory marks, 850 EPC marks, and thus your performance is assessed for 2400 marks for a duration of 2 years. Now let's explore the papers and assessment criteria for each of the semesters. This table indicates the papers of semester 1. So as you can see here, HC1, Childhood and Growing Up, that we call CNG. This paper has the duration of the exam is 3 hours and the internal assessment of 30 marks when the term and examination of 70 marks, so it makes the total as 100. SC2 is Education in Contemporary India, you call it as ECI, right? So duration of the exam for this paper is 3 hours, internal assessment again 30 marks and term and examination is of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100. Another SC3, that is Development and Management in School Education, you call it as DMSC. This paper also has a duration of exam of 3 hours. Internal assessment stands for 30 marks, term and examination of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 marks. HC4 is Gender, School and Society, calling it as GSS. So here this paper includes, this is a 3 hours paper when the internal assessment is of 30 marks and term and examination of 70 marks, making the total 100. You have SC5, that is ICT in Education. It is called as a half paper. So the duration of the exam is 1.5 hours. Internal assessment is of 15 marks and term and examination of 35 marks, making the total as 50 marks. Then you have HC6, Language Across the Curriculum, that is LAC paper. This is also a half paper wherein 15 marks for internal assessment, 35 marks for the term and examination, thus making a total of 50 marks. Then you have EPC1, Communication Skills and Expository Writing, CSEW. Here internal assessment is 50 marks and there is no term and examination, so total assessment for this paper is 50 marks only. Next you have EPC2, that is Understanding Self, Personality and Yoga, you call it as USPY. There is no university examination for this paper also. Assessment is of 50 marks, that is purely internal assessment, right? So likewise, as you have seen, total 8 papers you are studying in the semester 1. So for these all the 8 papers, your internal assessment total is of 250 marks. External examination or term and assessment is of 350 marks. Thus you get a total of 600 marks. This slide presents the internal assessment, that is SC1, SC2, SC3 and SC4. CNG, ECI, DMSC, GSS. For all these 4 papers individually, you have got total 4 units as the theory paper. Internal assessment for all these 4 papers depends on the internal test and the seminar, when the seminar individually stands for 15 marks and internal test again stands for 15 marks, making the total of 30. Again, this distribution of the marks depends on your college authorities. Then term and examination for each of the papers stands for 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 marks. Then you have HC5 ICT in Education and HC6 Language Across the Curriculum. These are called as the half papers. So for this theory paper, units are only 2. Internal assessment is based on the practical activity, which stands for 5 marks, and internal test, which stands for 10 marks, thus making a total of 15. Here the distribution of marks depends on your teacher educator. Then term and examination for these both the papers is of 35 marks. As it is said, these are the half papers, thus making a total of 50 marks. Then you have EPC1 and EPC2, CSEW and USPY. These both the papers are purely based on the activities allotted to you during the conduction of the classes. So there is no theory examination or internal test for both these papers. Here your internal assessment is of 50 marks, thus making a total of 50. So this had been the complete detail of the semester 1. Now let me explain to you in a nutshell about the semester 2. Here for the semester 2, there as you can see HC7, HC8 and SC1, that is soft core paper 1, soft core paper 2, EPC3, EPC4 and EPC5. So total 2 hardcore papers, 2 soft core papers and 3 EPCs you are studying here. So first SC7 is the learning and teaching. and second is assessment for learning, then content and pedagogy 1 and content pedagogy 2, right? These all the 4 papers, you have the internal assessment of 30 marks and term and examination of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 marks. Then EPC 3 and EPC 4, that is ICT application and fine arts and theatre, you do not have any of the term and examination or internal test. You only have the internal assessment, which stands for 50 marks. So total is 50 plus 50 marks. Then you have EPC 5. This is a major activity in your second semester, that is pre-internship program. There is no university examination or internal test for this. This activity stands for total 100 marks. Thus, for second semester, you have internal assessment of 320 marks, then term and examination of 280 marks, making a total of 600. Now, for internal assessment of second semester papers, learning and teaching, assessment for learning, content and pedagogy 1, content pedagogy 2. For all these papers, individually you have 4 units of theory. Then internal assessment is based on the practical activity, which stands for 15 marks. Then internal test, which stands for 15 marks, total making it as 30, right? Term and examination for these papers also stand for 70 marks. Thus, you are assessed for 100 marks individually for each of these papers. If you remember, in the semester 1, in place of practical activity, seminar activities or seminar presentation is given. Then you have EPC 3, that is ICT applications, and EPC 4, fine arts and theatre. For that, internal assessment is of 50 marks. These are based on the practical activity, so there is no theory papers for both these papers. Then again you have EPC 5, that is pre-internship program, which is a major activity and stands for 100 marks. There is no theory examination for this paper also, it stands for 100 marks. Now let's move towards the semester 3. In semester 3, you have only one hardcore paper, that is SC9 Action Research. Then you have 2 softcore papers, Content Pedagogy 1 Part 2, Content and Pedagogy 2 Part 2. Why Part 2? Because Part 1 already you have studied in your semester 2, right? So here for your CP, both the CPs, that is content and pedagogy, you have internal assessment of 30 marks, then term and examination of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 plus 100. Then action research, you have 1.5 hours of the duration of the examination, where internal assessment stands for 15 marks, term and examination of 35 marks, thus making a total of 50 marks. Then you have 2 EPCs in this semester, EPC 6, that is action research project, and EPC 7, school internship. For action research project, there is no examination. It is a project which you are supposed to do during your internship program under the guidance of your teacher educator, so that stands for 50 marks. Then the heart of your B.Ed program, that is school internship, that is purely based on the internal assessment, that stands for 300 marks, and there is no theory examination for this internship, school internship. So this makes a total 300, which is only and only your internal assessment. So thus you see here in your semester 3, total internal assessment is of 425 marks, term and examination of 175 marks, and making a total of 600 marks. Now let us move towards the internal assessment of these papers. So for SC1 and SC2, you have total 4 units. Internal assessment is based on the practical activity of 15 marks and internal test of 15 marks, making a total of 30 marks. Thus, term and examination is of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 marks. Then you have SC9, that is action research. For action research theory paper, you have total 2 units. Internal assessment is based on the practical activity of 5 marks and internal test of 10 marks. Term and examination stands for 35 marks, thus making a total of 50 marks. Then you have EPC 6, that is Action Research Project. Action Research Project is of 50 marks, so there is no examination for this. Next you have EPC 7, that is School Internship, which is purely based on your internal assessment or internal marks, that is 300 marks. Now let us move towards the semester 4. For semester 4 you have HC10, HC11, HC12, total 3 hardcore papers you are studying, and for all these 3 hardcore papers, that is Education National Concerns, Creating an Inclusive School, and Knowledge and Curriculum, for all these 3 papers internal assessment is based on 30 marks, term and examination of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 for each of the papers, right? And you have an optional course, that is OC1, only one optional paper you are studying in your entire B.Ed program. So this has got the internal assessment of 30 marks and term and examination of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 marks. Then EPC 8, that is post internship activity, includes your practical examination, right? So which is conducted by the external board. It stands for 100. 100 means 50 for each of the softcore papers, thus making a total of 50 plus 50 means 100, right? So as you have seen here, for your this 4th semester, total internal assessment is of 220 marks, term and examination of 280 marks, thus making a total of 600 marks. Now the internal assessment for these papers based on HC10, HC11 and SC12 and OC1. For all these papers you have total 4 units, wherein the internal assessment is based on the practical activity or seminar. Some papers have got seminar, some have got the practical activity, which stands for 15 marks, internal test for 15 marks, thus making a total of 30, term and examination of 70 marks, thus making a total of 100 marks. Now you have EPC 8, that is post internship activity, wherein for this internal assessment is of 100 marks and external assessment of 100 marks. This internal assessment 100 marks includes many of the post internship activities which are prescribed in the syllabus, which will be explained in detail when I give the presentation of orientation of 4th semester. Then you have practical examination, which stands for 100 marks, 50 for each of the pedagogy. So thus it makes a total of 200 marks. Dear students, this had been the brief description or orientation about your 4 semesters of 2 years B.Ed program. Now, B.Ed program is not only about whatever we have discussed so far, it includes many more activities. So the basic activities here are community living camp, educational excursion, celebration of days of significance, guest lectures, workshop, demonstration, field visits, cultures program, etc., and many more things, right? So along with that, whatever activities you undergo in the entire B.Ed program, the most important thing here is the reflective journal. Whatever activities from the semester 1 till semester 4, major activities you undergo, you need to record in a reflective journal. Reflective journal is a record of the significant activities with a specific mention to your reflections on it, right? This reflective journal has to be submitted at the end of the course, that is during the 4th semester, and what activities you need to record in your reflective journal is according to the guidance given by your teacher educators. So dear students, I hope you had been able to understand about your 2 years B.Ed program. Let's hope for the best. All the best. Thank you so much.